Good night, viewers. Here are tonight's top stories. A taxi driver has tragically succumbed to his injuries 1 week after a stabbing incident in Parika. The Marinata ranch manager has been arrested for possession of an unlicensed firearm, and a second victim has passed away following the Durban Street drive-by shooting. In another somber development, an elderly Norton Street electrician has died 20 days after a shooting incident. In other news, President Irfaan Ali pays tribute to the late Ameena Gafoor, while police have issued a wanted bulletin for Anthonio Benedict in connection with a murder case. A visually impaired teenager has defied the odds, triumphing in the CSEC examinations, and in Berbice, a tragic incident sees a mother allegedly taking the life of her bedridden daughter before ending her own. A Herstelling woman has miraculously survived a gas cylinder explosion, sustaining severe burns. Lastly, an East Coast police team has successfully apprehended a gang involved in gas station robberies. Stay tuned for more updates on these developing stories. Second victim succumbs to injuries in Durban Street drive-by shooting. Georgetown, August 24, 2024. A second victim from the recent drive-by shooting on Durban Street has tragically passed away. The deceased has been identified as Lawrence Wayne, also known as Bye-Bye. The incident, which occurred at approximately 5:45 a.m. on August 24, 2024, at Lot 23 Durban Street, Lodge, Georgetown, has left the community shaken. A 40-year-old vendor from South Ruimveldt, Anthony Benedict, was pronounced dead at the scene after sustaining multiple gunshot wounds. Several other individuals were injured and are currently receiving medical treatment. Initial investigations revealed that an all-black party was held at V's Flavor Delight, located at the same address. The party, which ended at around 5 a.m. under police supervision, was followed by a series of loud explosions. A 37-year-old businessman and host of the event reported hearing the explosions and witnessing a black motorcar speeding away westward along Durban Street. Shortly thereafter, he noticed several people with apparent gunshot wounds and assisted in transporting them to the hospital. The victims are as follows. Travis Series, 25, a vendor from East La Penitence, sustained a gunshot wound to the lower abdomen. Tion Allen, 38, unemployed from Sophia, was shot in the left shoulder. Stanley Matthews, 31, a laborer from Sophia, sustained gunshot wounds to his left hand and left thigh. Destra Author, 33, a vendor from East La Penitence, was shot in the left leg. Lennox Wayne, 39, a security guard from Turkian, received gunshot wounds to his right thigh and hand. Anthony Benedict, 40, a vendor from South Ruimveldt, succumbed to multiple gunshot wounds. The Guyana police force is actively investigating this incident and urges anyone with information to come forward. The authorities are working diligently to bring those responsible for this heinous act to justice. Tragic incident in Berbice. Mother allegedly takes life of bedridden daughter before ending her own. East Coast Berbice, Region 6, East Berbice Quarantine, August 21, 2024. A heartbreaking incident has left a mother and daughter dead in what police are investigating as a suspected murder-suicide. The deceased have been identified as 73-year-old Lilotai Baker, known as Kamo, and her 52-year-old daughter Devi Nandlal, known as Linda. Both women resided in Warren Village, East Coast Berbice. The tragic events reportedly unfolded on August 21, when Lilotai Baker passed away. Her daughter, who had been bedridden for 34 years, succumbed to her injuries 2 days later, on August 23. According to the husband and stepfather, Frankie Baker, Devi had refused food and drink for 2 weeks prior to the incident. On Wednesday, she finally requested water. Frankie Baker stated that his wife, Lilotai, fulfilled this request, but shortly after, she made a devastating confession. Lilotai admitted to administering a poisonous substance to her daughter and then ingesting the same substance herself. Neighbors were alerted, and both mother and daughter were rushed to the New Amsterdam hospital. Despite receiving medical attention, the two women did not survive. Frankie Baker also revealed that his wife had been receiving psychological treatment. The incident has shocked the local community, and authorities are continuing their investigation. Visually impaired teenager triumphs in CSEC examinations, defying the odds. In a remarkable display of determination and resilience, 17-year-old Jerice Jeffrey has successfully completed his Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, CSEC, examinations under extraordinary circumstances. Jerice, who has only 17% vision in his right eye and none in his left, did not let his visual impairment deter him from achieving his academic goals. Throughout his exams, Juries relied on assistants. One person read the questions aloud while another transcribed his answers. Despite being able to see words on paper, he could not decipher their meaning due to his vision impairment, a condition he has lived with since the age of 3. While the examination process was challenging, it was the years of preparation that truly tested Juries' resolve. Long school days, often extending past 8 p.m., demanded that he rely heavily on his memory rather than traditional study methods. For example, Caribbean history required memorizing dates and extensive reading. I had to condition my mind to understand and retain everything, and that's how I passed, Juries shared. Juries, a resident of Great Diamond Housing Scheme, East Bank Demerara, and a student of St. Gabriel's Primary and North Georgetown Secondary, passed 5 subjects: Caribbean history, English A, English B, Social Studies, and Office Administration, achieving grades 2 and 3. Navigating school life presented additional challenges for Juries, particularly the physical act of climbing stairs amidst rushing students. Yet, he fondly recalls the support he received from his classmates, who ensured he was included in their activities. The backbone of Juries' success is his mother, Stacey Reese, who dedicated the last 16 years to supporting him and his younger brother. She made the decision to remain single, focusing entirely on her sons. I purposed that even though this situation happened, I wasn't going to rob him of having a normal life, Stacey explained. Stacey's unwavering support included helping Juries with his studies, often breaking down complex topics and utilizing tools like the JAWS software and YouTube to enhance his learning experience. His teachers also played a crucial role, ensuring Stacey received class notes on days when Juries was unable to attend school. Reflecting on his journey, Juries expressed a profound sense of accomplishment. Growing up, it was tough knowing others could do everything, like play sports, while I couldn't. But I trained myself to have a mindset of perseverance. Nothing can stop me now. It doesn't matter what your disability is, you can do it. Everyone has a dream, and that dream can come true. Looking ahead, Juries plans to pursue communication studies at the University of Guyana and has aspirations of starting his own business and playing blind cricket. As Juries prepares to embark on this new chapter, his mother Stacey is looking forward to a well-deserved change of pace. After years of dedicating her life to Juries' education, she is eager to enjoy some time for herself, knowing that her son is well prepared to navigate the world independently. Police issue wanted bulletin for Anthonio Benedict in connection with murder. Georgetown, Guyana. The Guyana Police Force has issued a wanted bulletin for Anthonio Benedict in connection with the murder of Francis Suku. The offense took place on August 19, 2024, at Sandhill, Upper Berbice River. Anthonio Benedict, whose last known address is also Sandhill, Upper Berbice River, is wanted for questioning regarding this serious offense. The police are appealing to the public for any information on the whereabouts of Benedict. Anyone with information that may assist in locating Anthonio Benedict is urged to contact the nearest police station or call any of the following numbers: 227-1149, 225-8196, 227-1611, 226-3405, 225-6978, 333-3876, 225-8196. All information provided will be treated with the strictest confidence. The police are committed to ensuring justice is served in this case and are seeking the cooperation of the public to bring this matter to a swift resolution. Herstelling woman miraculously survives gas cylinder explosion, sustains severe burns. Herstelling, East Bank Demerara, August 1, 2024. A 50-year-old woman, Jaiwanti Samaru, is fortunate to be alive after a gas cylinder explosion at her shop in Herstelling, East Bank Demerara. The explosion, caused by a leaking gas cylinder, resulted in Jaiwanti suffering severe second- and third-degree burns to her face, arms, and feet. Jaiwanti, a mother of 5, was going about her daily routine when the incident occurred. As she replaced the gas cylinder in her shop to prepare for cooking, she was unaware of a gas leak from the new cylinder. The gas ignited, causing an explosion that threw Jaiwanti halfway across the shop. The bottle was like ice cold, and I didn't smell any gas. If I had smelled gas, I wouldn't have lit it, but as soon as I did, it flared up and I was thrown, she recounted during an interview. Neighbors quickly came to her aid, calling an ambulance, while Jaiwanti's husband, Randolph Pereira, rushed to assist her. Initially, Randolph was confused by the sudden explosion and thought it might have been an earthquake. When I saw the neighbors running and heard my wife screaming, I realized what had happened. Her clothes were on fire, and I had to pull them off to help her, he said. Despite the severity of her injuries, Jaiwanti was discharged after a week in the hospital and is now on the road to recovery. The couple's shop, which they have operated for 3 years, was heavily damaged in the explosion, resulting in losses estimated at $2.4 million. The cost to restore the shop was an additional $855,000. As they work to rebuild their lives, the family remains deeply shaken but grateful to be alive. Everyone was traumatized. Many thought Jaiwanti wouldn't survive. But when God is with you, all things are possible. She wasn't supposed to survive that explosion, said Randolph. The force of the explosion was so intense that the shop's shutters were blown across the road. Fortunately, no one was nearby at the time. Randolph and Jaiwanti hope that their experience raises awareness about gas cylinder safety, potentially preventing such incidents from happening to others in the future. Gas Station Robbery Gang apprehended by East Coast Police. August 26, 2024, Georgetown, Guyana. The Guyana police force has successfully dismantled a notorious gang responsible for a series of armed robberies at gas stations along the east coast of Demerara. The 3 suspects, Joel Joshua Williams, Akeem Marquez, and Tyren Peters, have been arrested and charged with multiple counts of robbery under arms. Details of the arrest: on August 20th and 23rd, 2024, 3 gas stations, Guy Oil Station on the Railway Embankment Road, Chico Ramos Station at Coldigan, and Rubis Gas Station at Success, fell victim to a series of brazen armed robberies. The suspects, allegedly armed with pistols and a cutlass, entered the gas stations in a gray Axio motor car. They proceeded to rob pump attendants and a security guard, making off with cash, cell phones, and jewelry valued at $340,000 GYD. The swift response from the police led to the apprehension of the suspects on August 23rd by an anti-crime bike patrol. Today, August 26th, they were brought before the Sparendam Magistrates Court and charged with multiple counts of robbery under arms. All 3 suspects have been remanded to prison. Court proceedings. Joel Joshua Williams, a 21-year-old resident of Bachelor's Adventure, ECD, was charged with 3 counts of robbery under arms. He pleaded not guilty to all charges and has been remanded to prison. His next court appearance is scheduled for September 27, 2024. Akeem Marquez, 27, and Tyren Peters, 19, both residents of Bachelor's Adventure, were also charged with robbery under arms. They too pleaded not guilty and have been remanded until their next court appearance on September 27, 2024. Additionally, Williams faces further charges related to an armed robbery that occurred at Chico Ramos gas station on August 20, 2024, during which $9,000 GYD was stolen from the victim, Kenneth Mahadio. Williams appeared before Senior Magistrate Sunil Scarce at the Vigilance Magistrates Court, where he pleaded not guilty. Bail was granted in the sum of $100,000, and the matter has been adjourned to September 30, 2024. The Guyana police force remains committed to ensuring the safety and security of its citizens. The swift apprehension of these suspects is a testament to the dedication and effectiveness of our officers. Taxi driver succumbs to injuries 1 week after stabbing incident in Parika. Georgetown, Guyana, August 25, 2024. Leon Parahu, a taxi driver from Tushan, East Bank Essequibo, has tragically passed away 1 week after being stabbed during an altercation in Parika. The incident occurred between August 17th and 18th, and Parahu succumbed to his injuries on Friday while receiving medical treatment at the Georgetown Public Hospital. The suspect, a 30-year-old construction worker, is currently in police custody. Reports indicate that Parahu and the suspect were known to each other, having had a previous altercation in 2023, during which Parahu allegedly stabbed the suspect. According to information obtained by investigators, the suspect was apprehended with the assistance of a 22-year-old taxi driver who unknowingly transported the suspect on the night of the incident. The taxi driver, who is now cooperating with the police, reported that he made a drop-off at Parika Junction when the suspect, whom he knew, approached him and requested to be taken to a nearby bar. However, during the journey, the suspect abruptly asked the driver to stop, claiming he had forgotten something. The driver stated that the suspect left the vehicle briefly and returned in a panic, ordering him to drive while brandishing a knife and confessing to having just stabbed someone. The suspect threatened the taxi driver and his family, compelling him to comply out of fear. The suspect then ordered the driver to exit the vehicle, but the driver resisted, confronting the suspect with a piece of wood he kept in his car. The suspect eventually fled towards the riverside, and the driver immediately reported the incident to his parents. The police, with the taxi driver's assistance, located the suspect's residence in Zeelugt, where they conducted a search and discovered 2 kitchen knives, a pair of black jeans, and a gray hoodie. The suspect and the items have been taken into custody at the Parika police station as the investigation continues. Authorities are urging anyone with additional information about the incident to come forward as they work to bring justice to the Parahu family. Marinata ranch manager arrested for possession of unlicensed firearm. Sam Melville, a 44-year-old manager at Marinata Ranch in central Rupununi, was arrested early this morning by police officers after being found in possession of an unlicensed firearm and a live round of ammunition. Acting on a tip, police ranks proceeded to the Mountain Stream Lounge, a bar located in St. Ignatius Village, central Rupununi, where they encountered Melville around 12:30 a.m. Upon arrival, officers observed that Melville, who appeared to be under the influence of alcohol, was dressed in short brown pants with a black object, suspected to be a firearm, visibly tucked into the waistband on his left side. The police immediately approached Melville and identified themselves. When questioned about his possession of a firearm, Melville admitted that he did not have a firearm license. The officers confiscated the weapon, which was then cleared by one of the ranks. Upon inspection, a live 9mm round was discovered in the magazine. Melville is currently in police custody as investigations continue. Elderly Norton Street electrician passes away 20 days after shooting incident. Georgetown, Guyana, August 26, 2024. News source Guyana reports 70-year-old Raymond Knipe, an electrician from Norton Street, succumbed to his injuries on Friday, 20 days after being shot outside his home. He passed away at Georgetown Hospital after a gradual decline in his condition. Knipe was shot on the night of August 23 as he returned to his Norton Street apartment. According to his account, he noticed a man dressed in dark clothing approaching him just as he was about to enter his yard. The assailant aimed a gun at Knipe and pulled the trigger, but the weapon initially misfired. Knipe attempted to flee and raised an alarm, but as he reached his apartment door, the gunman fired multiple shots, striking him twice. Knipe collapsed on the ground, and the assailant fled the scene in a waiting motorcar, which was last seen heading toward Mandela Avenue. Knipe remained hospitalized for 20 days, during which he regained consciousness and was occasionally alert. However, his condition worsened on Friday morning, and he passed away later that day. A post-mortem examination conducted today determined that his cause of death was septic shock. Investigators recovered 3 9mm spent shells at the scene. Although no arrests have been made, Knipe's family informed authorities that he had been threatened by a nephew over a dispute days before the shooting. The nephew has not been seen since the incident, and the case is now being investigated as a murder. Authorities are urging anyone with information regarding the case to come forward to assist with the ongoing investigation. President Irfaan Ali pays tribute to the late Ameena Gafoor. Georgetown, Guyana. President Irfaan Ali today expressed his deep sorrow over the passing of Mrs. Ameena Gafoor, a remarkable figure whose contributions to Guyana, particularly in the literary arts, were nothing short of extraordinary. Mrs. Ameena Gafoor was a truly extraordinary woman whose kindness and generosity left an indelible mark on our nation, President Ali stated. Her unwavering support for various philanthropic endeavors, especially in promoting the literary arts, touched countless lives and nurtured the talents of writers, poets, and artists throughout Guyana. Her legacy in the literary community will be remembered for generations to come. President Ali praised Mrs. Gafoor not only for her significant contributions to the arts but also for her humility, warm-spiritedness, and compassion. She was a beloved figure, known for her gracious nature and compassionate heart. In her passing, Guyana has lost not only a true literary luminary but also one of its kindest souls, he said. On behalf of the government and people of Guyana, President Ali extended his deepest condolences to Mrs. Gafoor's husband, family, and all who mourn her loss. He also expressed his hope that her example will continue to inspire kindness, generosity, and a love for the arts in all Guyanese. May Allah's divine blessings and mercy be with her, the President concluded.